one screw and remove the indicator. Remove the 3 top fender bolts, the 1 bolt on the inside where the indicator was, the one holding the dressing on. Remove this one on the under fender splash guard. With the splash guard out of the way, remove these 3. Pull the bumper down to access this one. Remove the 2 under screws joining the splash guard to the fender. They are located here on the other side. With the door open, remove the 2 screws holding the dressing on. Now you have access to the 10mm that was underneath the dressing. With the door open, lift a bit of rubber so you can get access to the one underneath the quarter window. Disconnect the lead to the indicator. And the job's done, the fender is off. And I learnt this on the 95 van, you've got to slide the guard forward before you pull it away so you don't break that clip. Doing a door swap with the 1990 Tarago with a 95 Tarago, so I've got power window doors instead of just your manual ones. And I'm happily surprised that the wiring for power windows is already there. So I'm going to take this door off and put the other door on, plug it in. Okay, well first off, make sure the door's not locked and that you can open it, but it is closed. Then undo the 10mm bolt from here, so loosen that off, and this cover that just fell down just clips onto these guys here, so you slide that off as well. I'll check it aside for a minute. Now I've got 2 12mm here, 3 12mm there. I'll undo them and then I can open the door as such and take the door off. Then just put the door back on like as if you're closing it, you know, back into the clip. And put 1 bolt on the top, 1 bolt on the bottom, just to make sure I can line it up and the door opens and closes properly. Power connections and cover plate back on. Put that little clip in. It shuts alright. Everything lines up. Rest of the bolts back in. Tighten her up. Slide that guard on, make sure it slides into that clip. The front bolt's in. Top bolt in, but only not completely tight, just in. So it's most of the way. Just finishing tightening off the front bolts now. 2 rubber clips that go in there. Just closing the hood, make sure she lines up, as you did. I was happy. 10mm underneath at the bottom of the guard there. And just with my thigh, I'm giving the guard a good push to bring it in line with the door so it's all nice and flush. That's the reason why the top bolt and bottom bolt is still loose. Indicator back on. Putting the dressing back on. Putting the 2 screws on the top back in. Just got 1 more bolt to go in from this bumper to the guard there, but it's a bit hard to see, and it's all going to come off again anyway when I paint it, so I'm not going to worry about that. Start the work on the van, storm comes over. Anyway, everything's lining up, everything looks good. Got to swap that handle over, obviously. I've still got to put the interior back onto it. And so you got good clearance in the door there, it's not rubbing. Everything looks good. last week. And I can't test that power window until both doors are done and both trims are on, because if either one of those switches is missing, well, I don't need to actually put the trims on, I just need to make sure the switch is on both sides. So when I swap that side there over, I'll be able to put the connections on and test the windows out. Alright, well, thanks for watching. A bit of a delay on working on the other cars, so I'm working on the project car while I've got time to spare. Alright, cheers guys, thanks for watching.